Hi guys, how you doing? Thanks for dropping by. Welcome back if you've been here before, and welcome if it's your first time. We're going to watch some Sean Locke there. Everybody loves Sean Locke. He's a very funny guy, and if you don't know of him or watch his shows or, see his bits, then you're missing out. I was, but I am not anymore, and I'm catching up. So this is Sean Locke's funny compilation number 3, I Chat You Long Time. Okay, so let's just jump in and see what it's all about. Sean Locke's funniest compilation number 3.
Reese Witherspoon, who earns $28 million a film, she's got all those pubs, right? And they're packed.
No, you try and get served on a Friday.
But I walked out on a street, a London street, with no one else around, and who do I bump into?
Was it
Batman.
George Galloway.
Yeah, because he's following you.
He asked me how my nan was, which was the first question that came out of his mouth.
How was your nan?
My nan's fine.
How's your nan?
In some places they call it a pitter.
The best thing about watching the Oscars is actually watching the nominees sit there when the winner's announced. Because I've been there. Not actually at the Oscars.
Not the Oscars,
but,
no.
No, the Challenge Game Show Awards. and you sit there with the camera on you.
Probably a throwaway camera, isn't it? Is it Kate Moss? One of her in her sanctum. South Africa, she stayed at Nelson Mandela's house, which was she took cocaine at Nelson Mandela's house.
Isn't that where Del Boy lives?
Probably what's happened. Yeah. There's been a mix-up.
Yeah.
She was in Peckham buying gear.
The idea that he would have to go back to jail because they found a load of coke in his toilet. A bit unfair, wouldn't it? Come on, Nelson, get back in. First thing is, what's he doing on Parkinson? That is the softest ride you can get. Parkinson might as well give you a foot massage and a happy finish. I chat you long time. If Michael Parkinson asked you a question and you told him to piss off, he would. Michael Parkinson said, what's your special relationship with George Bush? He goes, what I like about George is, when he says something, when he says he's going to do something, he does it. You think, so he's the political equivalent of Ron Seal, basically. I said something and I does it. Is it the story that if you take your kids on holiday out of term time, you can go to prison? If you go on holiday and leave your kids in school, you're even more trouble. Things they don't like that at all. That's very bad.
Yeah,
and if you stay at home, and send your kids on holiday, especially if it's somewhere like Vietnam.
Christian, you've got kids. Would you take them on holiday during term time?
I would.
Yeah, but what if you're in prison and someone says, what are you in for, Christian? Tuscany in March. Yeah, couldn't help myself.
I reckon you'd be very respected by the other prisoners.
Yeah. I took an Alton Towers. I'm a wrong one.
25% of women pretend to be pleased when what?
Husbands get their photos published in Reader's Wives. Oh, brilliant. Oh, they accepted them. Hold on, they got the town wrong. We're not from Doncaster. That's happened today, hasn't it? He wouldn't put Charlie on it. I've seen you! The black mark on it. I recognise that silver bonce anywhere.
80% of Brits think monkeys should not what?
80% of Brits think monkeys should not go near Pete Burns.
No, because he'll kill him.
He'll kill them. Oh yes, he had his monkey coat. I'd like to have seen this coat. Did he wear it?
Yeah, he wore it a lot, yeah.
Was it all the faces? Coat just made out of monkey faces. That would really freak people out at night, wouldn't it? You just step into the light. Hello. I went there, and I was going, and the roller coaster goes over the gorilla's cage. And I swear, as I was going over, one of the gorillas looked up and just saluted me. No, for my evolutionary superiority. He's waiting for a go on a tyre. I'm in a magic mouse going, woo! You beat me.
My mum had a monkey as a pet, but it tore up their house in India, and so she had to kill it.
Have you got any more heartwarming stories of your youth?
Have to kill it like that, though, did she?
I think they just...
Jesus Christ couldn't tell me what to fucking do, never mind you!
Sean's dad there.
I like the idea that he's going towards Shane Ritchie doing a Daz advert. I'll give you 2 for this. I fell out with this girlfriend of mine because you know, she's getting really upset because she thinks there's a big difference between, like, semi-skimmed and banana-flavoured milk. It's milk! Come on! That's just nitpicking.
I've been in the supermarket and people come and say, "What are you doing here?" You know, and I'm like, "Well, I'm doing my shopping. Every now and again I've got to eat." Kind of like they think there's a celebrity Asda somewhere, you know, that we all go to.
There is actually, Les, you haven't been invited.
OK, so common way people mistreat pet rabbits.
I'll tell you something you could do with rabbits. It's cruel, but it's not terminal. What you do is you get the rabbit, get its ears, and you tie the ears to the hands of a clock. And so at midday, everything's fine. But as the day goes on, then around about 6:30, they've been talking about the scandal of the Labour Party selling peerages for cash, which is, I think, it's very strange, is that selling membership to a club which they've said they're going to disband quite soon. It seems a bit stupid. Do you want to join our club? Yeah, we are getting rid of it quite soon.
It could be Sir Christian Slater for 10 grand.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
That's all it
about
costs.
$1 million. It's about $1 million.
It's about $1 million. Oh, forget it.
You take out, you could borrow £1 million, lend it to the Labour Party at the same interest rate you're paying, and then you're a lord, and when the bank phone up for the money, you go, "Do you have any idea who you're speaking to?"
It depends. I mean, there's certain conversations I wish I had taped in my life.
Which conversations do you wish you to
The other day I ordered a pizza. I wish I'd take the conversation. Because I said no olives. It turns out it's got olives in it. I said no olives. He said, "No, you didn't say that, mate. If I'd taped it,
Yeah. I know what I said.
It's been a bad week for the Blairs, hasn't it? Because Tony Blair got defeated in the Commons, Ian Blair, and apparently Lionel got his tie in his soup.
Ornstein, what else have the nation been talking about this week?
The ex-president of Yugoslavia, Slobodan Milosevic.
Slobodan Milosevic.
Yes.
Died alone and friendless in an empty cell, aged 64. I love a happy ending, don't you?
Oh, he managed to escape justice very craftily by dying. You crafty devil. I know how to get off this one. The pill, they've come up with a pill to cure heart disease. Consequences are, basically it's a slob's charter, isn't it? It means you can drink, eat, shovel pies down your face, sit on the sofa, watch Flog It for years, and then just go...
One line in the film, I'm sure it will be cut, and you get put in these little caravans.
Yep.
With chemical toilets, with the blue
Yeah,
water.
trailers, yeah.
Do you get them as well?
No, it's not glamorous, I know.
So even Angelina Jolie, when she's off to work in the morning,
Imagine that.
Rob, surely you don't think that if someone's that important, they get a caravan and then dig drains for them, do they?
So, I don't know, 75% of actors have a harem.
Have a harem, yeah.
I think you said a heron. Brain, like a heron. Like, this is an ostentatious thing. Instead of a feather boa, I have a heron. I'd probably phone up and go, "Get me a fucking heron."
62% of people who claim to hear the voice of God say that he has a posh accent. True or false?
Firstly, I'm worried that you're polling people who hear the voice of God. They always hear voices to make them do bad things. Never hear voices say, "Go home, do the washing up, go to bed early." Have a nice mug of cocoa. Really, I should be out killing people.
I had a voice in my head and it got bored with me.
16% of Brits would steal a child's bike if it were their only means of getting home after a drunken night out.
I'm still a pram.
Johnny, if you sat on a kid's bike, you wouldn't be able to see the front wheel.
That's the beauty of it. God, and the posh voice is going, "Use your left hand and your right hand and allow gravity to send you home, fat fellow."
Top problem for chronic coughers.
You wouldn't get much work in porn, would you, go? This is a bit of a shot in the dark, but Commonwealth Games,
Oh, yes. Commonwealth Games.
which is pretty much a medal trolley dash, isn't it, really? For Jersey might win a medal, which I thought was quite nice. They're very excited, because the only time they've won a medal before was for fudge. I think the strange thing about the Commonwealth Games is the fact that it's basically all countries that Britain's invaded in the past. It's like saying, that whole thing we invaded and took all your natural resources, it's all right, it's fine, isn't it? We're all fine about that. Let's play. They've got to take those kids to school, but some of those kids' legs are about that long. You know, they've got to need a big car for them. Some of them have got satchels as well. And they're tired after a day in school. They need to lie down. Give women more opportunities, work training. In fact, it's double training for women. Basically, he wants more women plumbers. Sounds like a fetish, but...
So he's trying to get more female plumbers,
I imagine he's got this idea that he comes down one day and he's got his dressing gown open and there's just women plumbers all over his house. Some website, I don't know, Wrench Wench or something. About the teacher who's suing for sexual discrimination. A humorous chair. She had a flatulent chair, a chair that made fart noises when she sat in it. She said she was deliberately given this chair.
Apparently this happened for 4 years. So you'd think, you know, after 6 months she might get another chair.
She said she had to constantly go explain it. She goes, so it's not me, it's the chair. Occasionally she'd go, that was me.
67% of Brits think that what is the ultimate status symbol?
Having your own table in Greg's the Baker's. Same table, sir. Thank you.
They lift their white trilbies. Why do they wear white trilbies, bakers? I never understood that.
Really
like
into
there's
Michael
something jazz about them.
Using a baguette as a stick.
1 in 5 pet owners love what?
Testing out shampoo at home on them. I'm not using that one. Have you got any pets, Carol?
No.
No? Right. Thanks. I love chatting with you. It's great fun.
Top hobby for women.
Retail therapy, bashing the credit card, buying a load of shit in sales that you're never going to wear because it was a bargain.
That sounded almost like a rap. You're women here, there's lots of women here. Well, what the hell do you do with your spare time? That might help us if you put your brains together. Do none of you like, do you know, like falconry or anything like that?
Yeah, I'd love to do a bit of falconry, Sean. We'd all love to do a bit of falconry, Sean.
Yes.
The thing about you, Sean, is you really understand women.
Yeah.
Alright, is that it? Okay, well that was a pretty hard cut there at the end. Really kind of left you hanging. So, that was Sean Locke's Funniest Compilation 3. I Chat You Long Time. It was pretty funny. Sean Locke, I don't know where he comes up with some of this stuff there. If it's all on the top of his head, or I don't think it's set up, you know. But, you know, I don't think so. But he can come up with some good ones sometimes. So thanks for watching. Well, hope you liked the video. Subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, and share the video around. And, well, we'll see you on the next one. Have a nice day.